You're listening to a pre-recorded broadcast on gshradio.com.
Hey, this is Vinny Marconi.
And this is AJ Menendez.
Welcome to Pit Stop. If you or someone you know overindulges quite often,
or if the hangovers are getting to be too much to bear,
if you think you or someone you know may have a problem,
then you're in the right place.
Grab a cup of coffee.
Get comfortable.
Let's chat. And thank you for joining us at the Pit Stop at gshradio.com. I'm Vinny Marconi, and I'm here with my partner in crime, AJ Menendez. You there, AJ?
How you be?
I'm just ducky. Just got back from a refresher course on how to drive so I can drive the city vehicles. Yeah, because I needed that. Every 5 years, whether I need it or not, I have to go for that so I can drive CPD trucks. Anywho.
Did you pass?
Yeah, of course I passed. Did I pass? I've been driving longer than some of these kids are even alive. Yes, I passed.
For real?
Yeah. So I get to drive the old speed limit now every day, according to Lynn, whether I'm doing the speed limit or not. Yes, we're putting that out there. Today is my 55th birthday.
I know. I sent you a message.
I'm sure you did. I haven't even had a chance because I went to work and then I went to the driving class and now we're doing the show.
I wasn't going to mention it on the air because I wasn't sure how you would feel about that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Our recovery is not private anymore. And the fact...
Okay, but I'm still not aging gracefully. So
the fact that I made it...
how long I'm sober.
But here's the thing. The fact that I made it to my 55th birthday is a miracle in itself. And then tomorrow is my 30-year clean date.
Yes, sir.
Because I definitely played on my 25th birthday. And tomorrow would be my clean date.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, but today I got a party.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, no. It was the repercussions of that partying that woke me up. That's what woke me up. I was going to party. I partied like I partied every other day. It didn't matter to me. It was the repercussions of that party that woke me up.
Well, I'm glad it did.
I'm very glad it did, too. Finally. Because I had been in and out and playing and toying and partying and, yeah. I was a bad kid till I turned 25, and then I kind of woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm 55, and tomorrow will be my anniversary. My new birthday will be tomorrow. So, anywho, you just got back from Master. You're out traveling again, your last year. And I know that...
decided.
What?
After this trip, Have Latin Boy will travel, but Latin Boy will not travel by vehicle.
Over how far a period? Like how far away? Because I'm sorry, but we're driving to Key West, dude.
Okay, but I'm not leaving the state of Florida.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was brutal. It was brutal, and my whole entire back feels like a bunch of twisted up pretzels. Like after the first night, because the dressing room is in the basement, and the stairs are metal. Ouch. And after the first night, I was literally in tears. So I can't even tell you how I was by the third night.
Yeah, that and then the car ride. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
it was brutal.
We're getting back to basics with one of your blogs from February 21st, 2017. And you named it Blackout Backlashes. Yeah. I can tell you from personal experience that it's bad enough being an alcoholic, but it really sucks being a blackout drunk. Oh, don't get it twisted. Back when I was drinking, I loved it because people would get mad at me for dumb stuff they say I did, and my attitude was, if I don't remember it, then it didn't happen. My blackouts became, in my twisted mind that is, my get out of crap card. And I played that card as much as people would let me get away with it. Here's a fun fact about blackouts. They're not a direct result of how much you drink. What they're about is how fast you pound them down. I recently came across an old picture of me where I was clearly inebriated beyond human ability and was being held up by another entertainer. Perfect example of how blackouts can come back and bite you in the butt. I paraphrased. I'm looking at the picture. I'm looking at the picture. I see so clearly that it's me. I'm overly intoxicated, yet I don't remember anything. Today I can usually laugh about most of my past antics, but seeing this picture with sober eyes unnerved me. Oh, I'm laughing in the pic, but inside I was so broken and filled with self-loathing, it wasn't funny. It was almost like I was watching the videotape of my last drunk all over again. The only difference is I wasn't overwhelmed with guilt or shame. I came across this pic without warning, so yes, it rattled my cage. Yes, seeing myself like that bothered me. But I can't change who I was back then, and by the grace of the powers that be, I'm not that person today. If anything, the picture reminded me of who I was and where I never want to go back to. When you're a blackout drunk, you can fully function and not remember it. People, I, have driven cars, had full conversations, cooked meals, went to clubs and socialized, and I have no recollection whatsoever. That's disturbing as Hades. It's frustrating, and chances are at some point in your recovery, things are going to pop up or come back to you. Trying to remember your actions while you're in a blackout is really kind of pointless. Blackout. It means you have this big black hole in your memory, and there is no data to retrieve. It's lost in the abyss. Gone. Every now and again, you'll feel what seems to you like a flashback, and you'll wonder if your head is making it up or if whatever. Does that mean you should not be held accountable for your actions while intoxicated? Not at all. When you get sober, you still have to clean up the wreckage of your past, so it's not something that you should dismiss. AJ Menendez, Master Male Illusionist. AJ, you remember writing that, right?
I remember writing it because the picture that I spoke about came up in the Facebook memories.
Ouch.
And I really find that evasive.
Uh-huh.
And it hit me. And I was like, oh my God. And what you don't see in the picture, because I cropped it out, is that I'm literally being held up. Sway is actually holding me up, and the picture was taken at your house.
Ouch. I'm glad I didn't know you that. I'm so glad I didn't know you that.
Actually, you did. But you just weren't there that night. Oh, well, maybe not.
No, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you till after recovery.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I didn't go down to your house.
It was disturbing to say the very least. It unnerved me to the core.
Oh, it caused you to write a blog about it.
Yes, it did.
Very much so. So I went and did my research. I found today's article because I've already done this one from alcoholrehab.com. I found this one at AmericanAddictionCenters.org. AmericanAddictionCenters.org. The title of it is Blackout Drinking, Impaired Judgment, Memory Loss, and Other Harmful Effects. And it starts with, what does it mean to black out? Before I read, you got any thoughts on that, AJ?
Well, I honestly used to think, in my crazy thinking, I honestly used to think that blackouts were just like when you had a wild night and you went home and you passed out and you just did not remember anything from the night before. I was totally unaware until I walked into the room that people actually function, if that's what you want to call it, during a blackout. And that in itself unnerved me because then it got me thinking, what else have I done?
Oh, good. At least it got you thinking.
That I don't know about.
At least it got you thinking. This starts with, a blackout involves memory loss due to alcohol or drug abuse. It is most common with drinking too much alcohol. Blacking out from drinking is specifically associated with binge drinking. Typically, the condition is induced when a person's blood alcohol content, the BAC, reaches 0.15. For comparison, it is illegal to drive with a BAC of 0.08. So we're looking at almost twice as much in nearly every state in the United States. You have to be slamming down some serious, and I'm going to get into how the liver processes alcohol for you to figure out just how much you have to drink in order to get a BAC of 0.15 to have a blackout. Blacking out does not mean that a person becomes unconscious, like falling asleep. Instead, people often continue to interact with others, engage in routine or potentially dangerous behaviors, and even continue to drink. People who black out may drive themselves home, engage in a sexual encounter, destroy property, spend too much money, or choose other risky behaviors. Now, before we discuss any of these, we're going to go to our first commercial break. We'd like to thank TB Roofing and Construction, LLC. They provide service in the greater Tampa Bay area. They're certified installers of flat roofs, shakes, shingles, metal, and tile, and they do repairs, along with Rainbow411.com for being co-sponsors of the Pit Stop at GSHradio.com. We'd also like to say hi to Wells Law Group of Tampa Bay area. They have free initial consultations, personal injury, sinkhole claims, insurance claims, and bad faith. You can find them quicker and faster at Rainbow411.com. We'll be right back.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's a great day to be gay. You're listening to GSHradio.com.
Welcome back to Pit Stop. AJ, you still on the line?
I'm still here.
Yay. Okay, so we're talking about dangerous behaviors during a blackout. People who are blackout drunk are more likely to physically injure themselves. They have also been known to walk home, brush their teeth, eat meals, or go through other normal behaviors. They do not remember these behaviors because their brain does not move those experiences into memory. Once the person begins to sober up, the brain will begin to process memories normally again. That does not mean that the memories that you had during a blackout you can pull up at some time. Not going to happen. You didn't make any memories then. At worst, it is possible to pass out while experiencing a blackout. It is likely due to a large quantity of alcohol in the body, and it could lead to choking on vomit, suffering a head injury from falling, or experiencing alcohol poisoning. The individual may also suffer seizures due to the amount of alcohol in their body. A person who is exhibiting unusual, risky behavior or who passes out while drinking needs medical attention to prevent alcohol poisoning problems. Call 911 immediately. Some people may also experience brownouts. While a blackout is the failure to remember several hours that take place before the person's blood alcohol content drops, A brownout involves failing to remember